Why, hello everyone. Welcome to the weekly quiz answers. I'm going to go out for that and say that's probably my favourite theme tune so far. Very jazzy, very country. I'm on board. Right, let's get cracking. Answers for this week. Hopefully you got on all right with it. There's a lot of points available for one question in particular this week, so I'll be interested to see how many of them you've managed to pick up. All right, so without further ado, round one was your maths. Okay, so question number one, what information does the denominator give you in a fraction? Essentially, the denominator is just how many equal parts the whole is divided into. So if you've said something about how many equal parts there are, then you get the point for that, okay? It's not how many parts you have, though. Remember, that's the numerator. So if you've got anything like that, that's worth a point. Converting 17/8 into a mixed number. Hopefully you went, okay, how many groups of 8 can I make out of 17? I can make 2 groups. I'll have 1 left and my denominator stays the same. So that's 2 1/8, okay? Now for this next one, I'm going to leave this up on a screen for a little while. There is up to 11 points here. So it was a missing number style situation. And basically for this first one, for the 8s, you've got all of the pairs of possibilities here. Okay. So if you got 1 and 17 as a pair, that's a point. If you got anything wrong there, so say I put 1 and 16, you obviously wouldn't get the point for that. So any of these you've got would be a point each. And then for the fifths, I've put your pairs here. So if it was 2 and 1/5, then you'd have 11/5 over here. If it was 2 and 2/5, you'd have 12, 2 and 3/5, 13/5, and 2 and 4/5 would be 14/5. Okay, so again, there's 4 points available for that one, 7 for this, 4 for this, a total of 11 points. Remember, if you've written anything different, say for example, you wrote 2 and 9/8, that's not actually correct because a mixed number is a fraction, a whole number and a proper fraction where the bottom is bigger than the top. Okay, so up to 13 points just for round one. It's a big one, am I right? Right, round two. So you had a point each for the dads competing to go to space. Now, I don't mind too much about the spelling. Preferably you got the surname for a couple of them. But yeah, as long as you roughly got who they are, you get up to 1 point each, up to 4 points. Okay, so Eddie Xanadu, Monsieur Martinet, Samson 1 and Liam Digby. I know he's not a real dad, but he is competing in the dad competition. So you get up to 4 points for that question. And then your 2 rules to follow when using an embedded clause. Well, there's 2 points available, but there's probably 3 things you could have wrote here. So any 2 of these, you get your 2 points, a point per thing. Embedded goes in the middle of a sentence, has to have 2 commas. It's a comma sandwich, if you remember. And you've got to make sure that the main sentence makes sense with it. So the whole sentence would make sense. Or if you took the embedded clause out, the main sentence has to make sense without it. Okay, so up to 2 points there. Okay, and then can you punctuate the sentence correctly? So you needed to add in these 2 commas. They need to be exactly in the place that I've got them here. If they're not, I'm afraid, my friends, no point. Okay, I always think about reading out loud. Where is the pause? Put the commas in there. Okay, so last round was worth 13 points. This round is worth 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 up to 7 points. So you should have a score now out of 20 already, and it's only round 2. My goodness, what a time to be alive. Right. Round 3 was based on your RE learning for the week. So different types of synagogues. You may have got another one, but the ones that we were learning about were the Orthodox and the Reform synagogues. So you get a point for Orthodox and a point for Reform. And then a Jewish holy book, or often they're referred to as scrolls actually in Judaism. That is called a Torah. And we saw quite a few examples in our virtual tour and the video from Monday. So that's 1 point. Sorry, I haven't written it on there. And then this last one is pretty open, to be honest. Again, it's a point per answer. But write 2 reasons people might go to places of worship. Well, I've put some examples there. To pray, come together with a community to learn, but there could be absolutely tons. If you think you've got a valid answer, give yourself a point for it. Up to 2 points for that question. Yeah, you do you. All right, let me know if you're not sure. But that would mean that this round was worth an extra 5 points. So that's now out of 25. And then finally, oh, I hope some of you got this one. I know these have been met with outrage at school because of the difficulty of them, but I'm sure some of you will be able to crack them. So the first question, keys but no locks, space but no room, enter but can't go inside. It's a keyboard. A keyboard, my friends. I can see right now I've got the keys, I've got my space bar, and I've got my enter. Okay, but I can't, well, maybe I could go inside my keyboard. Who knows? Anyway, that's worth 2 points. And then what goes away as soon as you talk about it is silence. Okay, so some of you, I bet some of you are thinking, oh, a secret. And I guess in a way, if you start talking about a secret, it would go away because it's not a secret anymore. But silence is the one. As soon as you start talking about silence, it's not silent anymore, is it? So that is worth another 2 points, which means in total, a random number total, your score should be out of 29. Okay, so let us know how you got on. I'm sure that you will have absolutely smashed it. And if you're outraged about any of the questions as well, let me know. I like a little bit of controversy. Okay, have a brilliant weekend, guys. We'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.